So we talked a little bit, and there is a person in it that, you know, that is involved in your life, and you're feeling some fear around seeing that person again. Yeah, and just in any communication with that person. So I wanted you to think about like the next likely time that you're going to see this person. You said that you might see her in holidays.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, okay. So thinking about that event in the future where you'd run into this person in the holidays, what are you feeling?
I can actually feel fear coming up. I can feel something rising through my chest and up through my throat.
Okay. Okay. So even though I feel this fear.
Even though I feel this fear.
And Barbara, if I ask you to repeat anything that doesn't sound true, or you'd like to say it slightly differently, or it's not landing, please feel free to interrupt me and correct me. I want to use your words as much as I can.
Okay.
Okay. So even though I feel this fear from my chest up to my throat.
Excuse me. Even though I feel this fear from my chest up to my throat.
Just imagining that holiday.
Just imagining that holiday.
And seeing that person.
And seeing that person.
Right here, right now, I'm okay.
Right here, right now, I'm okay.
Even though I feel it from my chest up to my throat.
Even though I feel it from my chest up to my throat.
Just imagining seeing this person during that holiday.
Just imagining seeing this person during that holiday.
And I feel all of his fear.
And I feel all of this fear.
Right here, right now, I'm okay.
Right here, right now, I'm okay.
Even though I feel this fear from my chest up to my throat.
Even though I feel this fear from my chest up to my throat.
Imagining seeing this person during the holidays.
Imagining seeing this person during the holidays.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
Okay. All this fear from my chest up to my throat.
All this fear from my chest up to my throat.
All this fear from my chest up to my throat.
All this fear from my chest up to my throat.
All this fear from my chest up to my throat.
All this fear from my chest up to my throat.
All this fear from my chest up to my throat.
All this fear from my chest up to my throat.
All this fear from my chest up to my throat.
All this fear from my chest up to my throat.
All this fear from my chest up to my throat.
All this fear from my chest up to my throat.
All this fear from my chest up to my throat. All this fear from my chest up to my throat.
All this fear from my chest up to my throat.
Okay. Okay. So now thinking about the holiday and you're going to see her, how does that feel?
It doesn't feel so fearful. There's probably just a remainder there at the base of my throat.
Okay. So I want to get a little bit more specific. Just imagining that you're going to see her during the holidays. Your fear is about what in particular? Seeing her and what? What could happen?
Well, you know, it's crazy. Probably nothing will happen, but the fear is that she will say things that will trigger me.
Okay. All right.
I'm always very wary around her.
Okay.
And careful about what I say for fear of triggering her temper.
Okay. So thinking that she will say something that will trigger her temper. Fear, you said there's a little bit left in your chest?
Yeah.
Okay. And 0 to 10 on that?
Probably about a 4.
Okay. Even though I feel this fear in my chest,
I feel this fear in my chest.
Just imagining seeing her during the holiday.
Just imagining seeing her during the holiday.
That she'll say things that will trigger her temper. That I will say things that trigger her temper.
Yeah.
Is that how you? Okay. Okay. That I'll say things that trigger her temper.
that I'll say things that trigger her temper.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely.
Okay, even though I feel this fear in my chest,
Even though I feel this fear in my chest,
that I'll see her during the holiday,
that I'll see her during the holiday,
and I'll say something that will trigger her temper.
and I'll say something that will trigger her temper.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
Even though I feel all of this fear,
Even though I feel all of this fear,
that I'll say something that will trigger her temper.
that I'll say something that will trigger her temper.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
This fear in my chest,
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 this fear in my chest, this fear in my chest,
this fear in my chest,
this fear in my chest,
this fear in my chest,
this fear in my chest,
this fear in my chest,
that I'll say something that will trigger her temper.
that I'll say something that will trigger her temper.
This fear that I'll say something that will trigger her temper.
This fear that I'll say something that will trigger her temper.
Okay. And thinking about that now?
Yeah, I'm going up and down quite a bit during the round, and what came up was that it's a fear that she'll start yelling and throwing things.
Okay. And 0 to 10 on that right now?
It's probably around the 4. Yeah.
And do you still feel it in your chest?
Yes.
Okay. Even though I feel this fear,
Even though I feel this fear,
that she'll start throwing things and yelling
that she'll start throwing things and yelling
when I see her during the holiday,
when I see her during the holiday,
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
Even though I feel all of this fear in my chest,
Even though I feel all of this fear in my chest,
that I'll see her during the holiday,
that I'll see her during the holiday,
and she'll start yelling and throwing things,
and she'll start yelling and throwing things,
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
Even though I feel this fear in my chest,
Even though I feel this fear in my chest,
that she'll start yelling and throwing things,
that she'll start yelling and throwing things,
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
Good. This fear in my chest,
This fear in my chest,
that I'll see her and she'll start yelling and throwing things.
that I'll see her and start yelling and throwing things.
This fear that she'll be yelling and throwing things.
This fear that she'll be yelling and throwing things.
All of this fear in my chest.
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 All this fear in my chest.
All this fear in my chest.
That she'll start yelling and throwing things.
That she'll start yelling and throwing things.
This fear in my chest.
This fear in my chest.
Okay.
Right, yeah, that's subsided quite a bit now.
Okay. And just thinking about the holiday and seeing her 0 to 10 on the fear.
Probably about a 2.
Okay. And what do you think is left?
It's not trusting myself.
So what does that mean?
Not trusting myself to behave in a manner that doesn't trigger her.
Okay. So I'm going to put that aside. It's a low number, but I'm going to ask you, so does this come from past history where you've said something that triggered her?
Yes.
Okay. Is there an event that you can remember about this?
Yes.
Okay. And so let's do this as a as a silent movie technique so that you don't have to reveal anything, but we still get to the various pieces of it because it sounded like it might have been a big thing that happened. Yeah. Okay. So I want you to give it, so how long would it last? If I were watching this incident over on a movie screen somewhere, how long would that movie last?
The actual peak of the movie, probably, it's quite short, probably a minute or so.
Perfect. Okay. I want you to give that part a title. What's the title that's not too triggering, kind of neutral title for that part of this event?
The runner.
Runner. Okay. The runner. And without thinking about it too much, so just looking at the title first, the runner, give it a level of intensity, 0 to 10, just guessing.
Say 3.
Okay, let's tap on it anyway. Okay, even though there's this event.
Even though there's this event.
The runner.
The runner.
Right here, right now, I'm okay.
Right here, right now, I'm okay.
Even though there's this event.
Even though there's this event.
The runner.
The runner.
Right here, right now, I'm okay.
Right here, right now, I'm okay.
Even though there's this event.
Even though there's this event.
The runner.
The runner.
Right here, right now, I'm okay.
Right here, right now, I'm okay.
Okay. The runner.
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 Okay. So just guessing at the level of intensity for the title only.
There's still a little bit there, so maybe a 1.
Okay, that's good. So now it's safe to proceed. And what I want you to do with this is I want you to think about the event before anything happened and then run it in your mind and tell me when you're at the first peak of intensity. And we're going to stop and we're going to tap on that first peak. So I need you to be really mindful not to skip over that, to go slowly and to alert me when we're at the first place where we need to tap. And if I sense there's intensity coming up and I need to double check how you're feeling with my intuition, I will interrupt you. So just I think that's kind of clear, but you've done this, you've seen this before.
Yeah.
So go ahead and go to the very beginning before anything happened. And with your eyes open, just look through that movie and tell me, okay, I'm at the first place we need to tap.
Okay, yeah, I'm at the first place we need to tap.
Okay. And guessing at the level of intensity for that part?
It's not too high. It's probably about a 4. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So even though I'm at this first place.
Even though I'm at this first place.
In the event.
In the event.
Right here, right now, I'm okay.
Right here, right now, I'm okay.
Even though I'm at the first place.
Even though I'm at the first place.
In this event.
In this event.
I'm okay.
I'm okay.
Even though I'm at the first peak of intensity.
Even though I'm at the first peak of intensity.
Right here, right now, I'm okay.
Right here, right now, I'm okay.
Good. I'm at the first peak of intensity.
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 Okay, great. So I want you to not go forward. I just want you to stay where you're at with this first peak of intensity and guess at your level of intensity for that part right now.
A 2.
Okay, great. So now I want you to go back to the beginning before anything happened. And I want you to just wind that movie forward now and just see if that is truly a 2. And if it is, Tell me when, keep going and tell me we're at the next part that we need to tap on.
Yeah, I think that's truly a 2. And so we're at the next part.
Okay, and guessing at your level of intensity for that second part.
Probably a 5 or a 6.
Okay, even though I'm at the next peak of intensity,
Even though I'm at the next peak of intensity,
right here, right now, I'm okay.
right here, right now, I'm okay.
Even though I'm at the next peak of intensity,
Even though I'm at the next peak of intensity,
right here, right now, I'm safe.
right here, right now, I'm safe.
Even though I'm at this next peak of intensity,
Even though I'm at this next peak of intensity,
right here, right now, I'm okay.
right here, right now, I'm okay.
I'm at this next peak.
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 Okay, thinking about that second part, 0 to 10.
3.
Okay, so I want you to rewind, go to before anything happened, make sure that when you go over these next 2 pieces that we worked on, that they're still low. If they are, proceed and tell me if there's another part.
Okay. Yep, there's another part. So
Okay.
That's probably about a 4.
Okay. Even though I'm at this next part,
Even though I'm at this next part,
right here, right now, I'm okay.
right here, right now, I'm okay.
Even though I'm at this next part,
Even though I'm at this next part,
I'm okay.
I'm okay.
Even though I'm at the 3rd peak of intensity,
Even though I'm at the 3rd peak of intensity,
right here, right now, I'm safe.
right here, right now, I'm safe.
Good. I'm at the 3rd peak of intensity.
I'm at the 3rd peak of intensity.
I'm at this next part.
I'm at this next part.
I'm at the 3rd peak of intensity.
I'm at the 3rd peak of intensity.
I'm at the 3rd part.
I'm at the 3rd part.
I'm at the 3rd peak of intensity.
I'm at the 3rd peak of intensity.
I'm at this 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 3rd peak of intensity.
The 3rd peak of intensity.
The 3rd peak of intensity. So that's probably, well, it's almost gone, I think, that last one. Maybe a 1.
Okay. All right. So rewind and do it again.
Yeah.
Are you at another part?
Yeah, it's over now.
It's over. Okay.
Yeah.
So I want you to think, is there any of those 3 that we worked on that is there's still something left about it?
Yeah, the highest one, there's a pain, a tightness in my ears.
Okay. And if you were to say 1 word or 2 words to like the part that of that peak that you are focusing on, 1 or 2 words that would make it like, bingo, that's what it is right there, that little part. So 1 or 2 words that describe that peak.
Absolute fear.
Absolute fear? So,
Yeah.
okay. So even though I'm at this peak of intensity,
I'm at this peak of intensity,
absolute fear, right here, right now, I'm safe.
right here, right now, I'm safe.
Even though I'm at this peak,
Even though I'm at this peak,
absolute fear, right here, right now, I'm okay.
right here, right now, I'm okay.
Even though I'm at this next peak of intensity,
Even though I'm at this next peak of intensity,
Absolute fear.
Absolute fear.
Right here, right now, I'm okay.
Right here, right now, I'm okay.
Absolute fear.
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 Absolute fear. That's a lot less.
So what is it now, guessing?
Really low, maybe a 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So what are you focusing on with that one? That one is still there. What do you think is left? So it might be, so I want you to just like picture that peak and tell me what is it that you're focusing on that's happening, and give that 1 or 2 words.
There's nothing I can do.
Nothing I can do. Okay. Even though I'm at this peak, there's nothing I can do.
There's nothing I can do.
Right here, right now, I'm safe.
Right here, right now, I'm safe.
Even though I'm at this peak,
Even though I'm at this peak,
there's nothing I can do.
there's nothing I can do.
Right here, right now, I'm okay.
Right here, right now, I'm okay.
Even though I'm at this peak,
Even though I'm at this peak,
there's nothing I can do.
there's nothing I can do.
Right here, right now, I'm okay.
Right here, right now, I'm okay.
I'm at this peak.
I'm at this peak.
There's nothing I can do.
There's nothing I can do.
I'm at this peak.
I'm at this peak.
There's nothing I can do.
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 There's nothing I can do. So, that's neutral now. And what's coming up to mind is there are things I can do.
Oh, good. That's good. That's good. Okay, so I want you to first run the movie again with eyes open, making sure that all of the pieces that we've done on this are neutral. Tell me if there isn't, if there's something that's still there about it.
Okay. No, for that movie, running it, yeah, there's no intensity, it's flat.
So I want you to do an additional test. I want you to close your eyes and vividly imagine it now. Let's just make sure there's nothing left.
There's still just a very little bit of shock.
Okay. For any particular part?
For the main part, with what's yelled at me, there's still that shock.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. So she yelled at you. That's the part that we're at?
Yeah.
Okay. Even though there's this main part.
Even though there's this main part.
She yelled at me.
She yelled at me.
I'm okay.
I'm okay.
Even though there's still something with this main part.
Even though there's still something with this main part.
She yelled at me.
She yelled at me.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
Even though I'm at this main part.
Even though I'm at this main part.
She yelled at me.
She yelled at me.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
Good. I'm at this main part.
I'm at this main part.
She yelled at me.
She yelled at me.
This main part.
This main part.
She yelled at me.
She yelled at me.
This main part.
This main part.
She yelled at me.
She yelled at me.
This main part.
This main part.
She yelled at me.
She yelled at me. So she did yell at me.
Yes.
That's a fact, but I'm not feeling the impact of it now. I'm not
Okay.
feeling shock. Yeah.
Okay. So I want you to close your eyes again and vividly imagine the scene that we worked on and tell me if there's anything left.
No, not throughout the movie. There's just this tail end bit. It's like, is this ever going to end?
Is this ever going to end? But it has nothing to do with that scene. It has to do with this, with the situation and the relationship.
Yeah, that's just what the aftermath of have that scene. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay. And so, but for the scene and the parts that we worked on, it's neutral.
Yes.
Okay. So there are other things that happen with this person, right? Okay. And I want you, let's just check on where we are. Just thinking about the holiday and that you're going to see her. How is that feeling?
Oh, much better actually. I'm not as apprehensive about it. No, I'm not as apprehensive about it. There is an awareness that there's something between us.
Okay.
And I'm thinking I probably still need to be guarded.
Yes.
But yeah, there's not that fear.
What about the fear that you're going to say something that will trigger her anger or temper?
It's possible that I might.
Okay.
That can happen. But I'm feeling calmer about it, as if perhaps I can handle it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there another event that comes to mind around this?
Yes.
Okay. And so, it's one event, and let's see, how can we work this? I want you to guess at the level of intensity if we were to work on it directly.
Work on it directly.
If I had you talk about it, do you feel comfortable talking about it?
No, not really.
Okay. Okay. So I'm not going to have you talk about it, but I want to demonstrate sneaking up. So I want you to tell me, how uncomfortable is it to imagine talking about it, 0 to 10?
Oh, it's up there, 9.
Okay. All right. So even though I feel uncomfortable talking about it,
even though I feel uncomfortable talking about it,
I'm okay.
I'm okay.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
Even though I don't feel comfortable talking about it.
Even though I don't feel comfortable talking about it.
Even though I don't feel comfortable talking about it.
Even though I don't feel comfortable talking about it.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I don't feel comfortable talking about it.
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 I don't feel comfortable talking about it. I still quite strongly don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
But it has come down. It's not that absolute, I'm going to have to talk about it.
Okay. So guessing 0 to 10 on that intensity of feeling uncomfortable talking about it.
6 to 7.
Okay. Let's bring that down. So even though I don't feel comfortable talking about it.
I don't feel comfortable talking about it.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
Even though I don't feel comfortable talking about it.
Even though I don't feel comfortable talking about it.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
Even though I don't feel comfortable talking about it.
Even though I don't feel comfortable talking about it.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I don't feel comfortable talking about it.
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 I don't feel comfortable talking about it. Excuse me. It's more, I don't want to talk about it now. So it's
Great. Okay. Okay. And so I don't feel comfortable talking about it. The way it was kind of upsetting to imagine talking about it. 0 to 10 on that.
A 3.
Okay, great. All right. So I'm not going to have you talk about it. I want you to guess at the level of intensity. If you were to talk about it, guess at how high it would be if you were to talk about it.
I think it would go right up again if I were to talk about it.
Okay. And we're talking about one event, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So even though there's this one event right here, right now, I'm okay.
Right here, right now, I'm okay.
Even though there's this one event right here, right now, I'm okay.
Right here, right now, I'm okay.
Even though there's this one event right here, right now, I'm okay.
Right here, right now, I'm okay.
This one event.
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 All right. Guess at your level of intensity if you were to really think about that event.
I really think about that event. There's not so much of an intensity about it now.
Okay. So guessing, what do you think?
A 1.
A 1. Okay. All right. So because we're like having the public look at this, and I'm not going to have you share it, I want you to just identify what that 1 is about. So in your mind, think about it, and what is that 1 about? What is left of that event? Now we can work on it more directly, or you can think about it more directly if it is a 1. So go ahead and think about it, and what's left? What is that 1?
Surprisingly, what comes up is shame.
Shame.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're feeling shame?
Yeah.
Okay. And the shame, do you feel that anywhere in your body?
Again in my chest.
Okay.
Down my chest, yeah.
All right. And how high is that shame? Did it go up a little bit more than that 1?
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
All right. So even though I feel the shame in my chest, thinking about this event, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I feel the shame in my chest, just thinking about this event, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I feel the shame in my chest, just thinking about this event, I deeply and completely accept myself. This shame in my chest, 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 This shame in my chest.
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 This shame in my chest. Well, that's come down now.
And is it still there at all?
No, I'm trying to sort of make it be there. I feel like I still want to hold on to it, but it's not.
Okay. Okay. So I want you to really think about that event now and see if there's anything left about it.
Not just thinking about it, no.
Close your eyes and really think about it now. Vividly imagine that event and see if there's anything left.
If there were anything, it would be a very slight confusion.
Okay. And 0 to 10 on that confusion?
Just a 1. We'll give it a 1.
Okay. You feel that confusion anywhere in your body?
In my head.
Okay. Even though I feel this confusion in my head?
Even though I feel this confusion in my head.
Just thinking about that one event?
Just thinking about that one event.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
Even though I feel this confusion in my head?
Even though I feel this confusion in my head.
Just thinking about this one event?
Just thinking about this one event.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
Even though I feel this confusion in my head?
Even though I feel this confusion in my head.
Just thinking about this one event?
Just thinking about this one event.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
This confusion in my head?
This confusion in my head.
This confusion in my head?
This confusion in my head.
This confusion in my head?
This confusion in my head.
This confusion in my head?
This confusion in my head.
This confusion in my head?
This confusion in my head.
This confusion in my head?
This confusion in my head.
This confusion in my head?
This confusion in my head.
This confusion in my head?
This confusion in my head. That's gone now. My head feels clear.
Okay. All right. Close your eyes and really remember that event and see if there's anything left about it.
Oh, I'm having trouble bringing it up.
Okay, that's good. That's a good sign.
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right. So now thinking about the holiday, you're going to see her.
Yes.
How's that feeling?
I'm not worried about it at all.
Okay, okay. And so I know that you have regular sort of dealings that you're doing third party with this person.
Yeah.
And thinking about the situation in general, I know that initially, even just thinking about the whole entire relationship brought up fear. How is that feeling now?
I'm feeling more adult about it.
Okay.
Yeah, as if I'm an adult addressing those things now rather than that little girl or.
Yes. Okay, perfect. Excellent. All right. That was great. Thank you.
Thank you very much.